everyone and welcome. My name is Dora and in today's video I am updating you on my Not By Project pan. I last filmed a video for this series before Christmas. I do have some empties of course since then. There's also one makeup category that's rolling out, and then with my skincare, body care perfumes that I only rolled into this project later down the line. I mean, I've been doing this since November 2022, so coming up to 3.5 years by now. I just never had them in a spreadsheet, and I've been putting that off. And even if you participated in the poll to vote what video shall I film next a few weeks ago, I did mention that doing the Not By Project pans is a bit of a hassle because the spreadsheet is such a mess. It's not a mess, I just tidied it up actually. It's just the fact that only my makeup products are itemized in that list on my tab for my Not By Project pan. So I want to change that, and going forward from today's update I want to showcase one extra category of skincare, body care, perfume. Today it's going to be perfume and body spray. Show you every single item and also add them into my spreadsheet, one category and one update at a time, and that's what I've done. So yeah, little spoiler, there are 18 perfumes and body sprays, including samples of course, that I'm going to be showing you as part of my perfume collection, and my goal is to be down to 2. So if you don't know about my Not By Project pan, basically I was inspired to do this after watching a series by JessicaPayneC. She's not allowed to buy a new makeup product from any of her inflated categories until she's completely panned, finished 50 items or by now 100. My collection is, for a makeup panner, fairly small-ish. Definitely have those problem categories as well. I couldn't really do 50 items and let alone 100, so instead I decided to do this by category, and I moved in certain makeup categories. Say foundations for example, I think I had 8 in my intro and my goal was to be down to 2, and then once I'd hit that goal, that category would move out of this project. I don't have that many of the original categories still in this project, but by now, as I said, I've also introduced other categories, non-makeup ones, into this project, and there might be some other ones coming later in the year, I think so. Why don't we just get into it? Let's kick off with skincare empties. I'm gonna start over here. This is so precarious. Balancing this on my lap. I finished a face scrub by Rodeo, and this was the Vit C Papaya Enzyme Scrub. Here you go. Very happy to finally recycle this packaging. Yep. I quite liked it. It came in an advent calendar. I wouldn't necessarily repurchase it in terms of face scrubs. I like a Superdrug one because it's got oatmeal. So there's a natural exfoliant, which I prefer, rather than these little tiny microplastic things. And then I finished a SPF. I didn't love this one. This is B by Superdrug Protect Defense Moisturizer SPF 50 with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. It was okay, but I just found it too heavy. So I wouldn't repurchase this. And yeah, I recently had a facial last week, and the beautician was saying I should be using an oil control SPF, which I've currently got anyway, so I'm using the Eucerin one now. SPF isn't really an issue category, but it's in here. I must have shown it at one point because there's a little mark there, but yeah, there are empties that I've held onto, and these can go now. Next I've got some samples, but actually another face mask, and this was the Hyaluron Sheet Mask by Shabans. I quite enjoyed this one. I do still have one more of these. I think I had 2 or 3. These were a gift, and I really enjoy them. They've got an original Dermatest, very good approval. So yeah, good for your skin. Love it. Then I finished these 2 Garnier samples. So the first one here is a vitamin C serum, daily UV ultralight fluid glow, 50 SPF. So it did have a bit of a tint in there and a bit of a shimmer. Really quite enjoyed this one, but I have to be really careful with vitamin C on my skin. I just have very sensitive skin, so if I use it too often, that's no good. But, you know, I would recommend it if you don't have sensitive skin. And it was beautiful. And then I also finished this Hyaluron Barrier Repair Liquid Care. And I really quite enjoyed this one. This is to apply before your serum. I don't even know what to class it, but I guess it is kind of a serum anyway. This one I used, yeah, this was one application. Elizabeth Arden Superstart Skin Renewal Booster. Didn't like this because it had gone bad. So there's another one here unopened that I'm just instantly going to declutter. This is your reminder that if you have these little samples, to use them, because if you don't, they're just gonna go bad in your drawer. This one I showed you at my last update, and this red mark here was from the 3-year mark. So my, yeah, big 3-year update from November last year, and then this one was December. So I went through it quite fast. This is the Naturally Radiant by Superdrug Cooling Mist with kiwi fruit and mulberry extracts. It cools and brightens. There's some kind of citrus fruit extract in here, which makes me think that there is, you know, vitamin C in here as well. I used to love them and apply them all the time. I think these kind of cooling mists actually made my skin more sensitive, or my sensitive skin was reacting to it. So even though I really like them, I don't think I'm going to repurchase. It's good when you can eliminate a category from your routine and from your collection as well, right? I don't think you ever saw this because this came in over Christmas. This was a Christmas gift. It came in a pack with a hand cream, a body scrub, maybe one more item, can't think now, maybe a foot scrub, possible. Anyway, finished this one completely. I fly through body lotion. I go through it really fast. I like the scent on this. It's the shower gel. I'm still using that one. I'm about halfway done on that one. But yeah, empty. It's quite a nice packaging. I might take the labels off, reuse it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that for a little longer. And then this one is not the ginger, vanilla and pink pepper body cream. It was so beautiful when I had it. So old though. But this was an after sun cream with tanning properties, or whatever they called it, like prolonging your tan. So you can see it looks a bit minged. There's yeah, that brown on the outside of it. Anyway, I'm waiting to reuse this jar to actually mix a regular body lotion and my fake tan into here as well to create that same thing again, because I really quite enjoyed that on my body. Just a hint of a fake tan going on, you know, not as much as if you applied on its own obviously, but yeah, I think I'm going to try that and I will update you on that here as well as in my 26 and 2026 project. Cool, okay, so those are empties. I've got another body empty. This is the Espa Optimal Body Tri Serum. There were only 6 uses in here. I really quite enjoyed it. It was tiny, you know, 10 milliliters. It came in an advent calendar as well, along with that Rhodial enzyme scrub. I don't think I would necessarily purchase it, but I enjoyed it. And the idea is that you apply this to cleanse skin. You can also add your moisturizer on top. I didn't think that was necessary. I liked it on its own. I've got a hand cream empty. If you're following my year-long project plan, which I'm doing Beauty A to Z style, so 26 items I want to finish in 2026. This was one of them, so no news for you. And this was the Oliver Bonus Pomelo and Basil hand cream. Loved this. Had this in my handbag, went through it quite quickly. Done. I would repurchase that. I really liked it. One more item. I've got an empty perfume. I don't know if I ever showed this. I feel like I did, yeah. Floral Street, Wonderland Peony. I see this in shops right now. I'm not a fan. This was in my handbag only because of the size of it, and it was more sort of like, oh, I'll put that in there because if I use it while I'm out and about here and there. I didn't like it. I would definitely not repurchase. This was in an advent calendar, the same one, by the way, from 2023. So yeah, I finished that one in March, by the way. Actually, I think I'm gonna continue with perfume now and body sprays, and I found another one, so I'm actually at 19 and my goal is 2. Flora Street, Peony, Wonderland, or whatever it's called. Done. Yay. I'm also still working, and this is the one I forgot about, on the Fab Essentials, the new Roses body spray. I use this as a room fragrance, and that's probably why I forgot. Here's where I was at my 3-year update, and then at my last update I said I couldn't draw a new line, so there's nothing there. And today I'm here, so I'm very nearly done, but this is also 5 months worth of progress. This will be an empty next time. I'm sure of it. I'm going to start with samples. These came in over Christmas. I got all 5 of them actually from my husband. He bought some skincare for me and some makeup, and he was given samples, so of course he passed them on to me. So I have got the Miss Dior perfume here. I think I might have sprayed this once, but yeah. And then I've got 4 Molten Brown. I think they may have been 5, but I finished one already. It's possible. Anyway, this one that I'm, you know, using here and there already is Bluebell and Wild Strawberry. And I've got 2 more of this as well. And then I've got 1 of the Orange and Bergamot, which I love. Maybe I used this one up already. I don't remember, but they're handy to have, and you know, they don't take long to finish, so I'm not too bothered about them. So that's 5 right there. Now I'm going to move on to what I would call travel sizes. This one I've had for a while, and it's by Hermès, and it's Eyeshadow sur le Nil. Doesn't have a spray, so it's a bit harder to use. Okay, I use this when I go traveling, and then I got this gift for Christmas, and these are 4 of the Moschino miniature collection. They're really fun. I'm going to open them for you so you can see. But they also don't have a spray, so I think I need to just get into the habit of using them, applying them a little bit here on my ears or my wrists, whatever, just to get into the habit. But I think because I'm panning other perfumes right now, kind of prioritizing that. So here are these. So that's 4 of them. And there's the Fresh Moschino, Fresh Pink. This one is Toy 2 and this one is Toy Boy. These 2 are my favorites. Probably this one is my first favorite and this one my second. I haven't used them yet, but I just opened them before I started filming, and yeah, prefer these 2. I think I'm probably gonna go to first. Or maybe these actually, so I can save these. It will be a while until I reach my goal number, that's okay. I'm gonna continue with body sprays and then show you my full sized perfumes. These 2 also came in over Christmas. So this one is Rituals, and this is currently in my handbag, and I'm here right now. So I'm making progress, but it's kind of slow. Ooh, scratchy thought. And this one is by Impulse, Golden Grace, Jasmine and Amber. Haven't used this yet. It smells really nice. Yeah. 100 milliliters. Goodness. Okay. A lot to do there. Fine. In terms of full-sized bottles, this one came in over Christmas as well. This is Issey Miyake, L'Odyssée. This is a classic scent for me. I love this one. I haven't opened it yet, but I really enjoy this one. I've had this before at least 2 or 3 times. Really, really like it. There are just 25 milliliters in here. So it's not a full-size bottle, strictly speaking, but yeah, definitely bigger than, well, not more than this, but you know what I mean. Can't wait to use this, but I think I don't want to open it until I've made some more progress. Then I've got this classic one here, Yves Saint Laurent Rive Gauche. I really like this one. It's probably my 2nd or 3rd bottle. Love it. I think the packaging is so pretty. You can't see through it though, so not that great for panning. But yeah, I will get through it at one point, but not in a rush. I also have YSL Libre, and this is the Eau de Parfum Intense. So it's a lot darker than what you may expect if you're seeing, you know, Libre was kind of popular. I really, really, really enjoy the scent, and it's potent. So yeah, 1 spritz is enough. If I haven't mentioned it yet, I do wear perfume every single day, even if I've got nowhere to go. And I sometimes reapply it throughout the day as well. It's funny, like with my perfume collection, I don't really hold back. I enjoy wearing even more luxury scents on a regular day, even if I'm not actually really leaving the house. Fine by me. Then I've got Gucci Rush 2 here, and I'm trying to finish this perfume this year. It's in my plan to pan. So I'm expecting this to be done by the end of the year. That would be good. It's got second priority because I've got another perfume in that project. And this is what I'm actively working on right now. And this is Dot by Marc Jacobs. And I think I'm making decent progress. I'm about here now. I've also got the classic vintage scent Chloe here by Karl Lagerfeld. Oh, this is my favorite perfume ever in the entire world. And it's long discontinued. I'm never gonna pan this entirely. It's just such a beautiful scent. It just takes me right back to the 90s so, and 80s. Love it. Those are my 19 perfumes and body sprays. I hope I can get to my goal of 2, but it's going to take me years. I think in terms of what I can finish this year, maybe some of the samples, maybe I can finish 2 body sprays this year, 2 full-size perfumes. I'm just going to make it a goal to be down to 12 by the beginning of 2027. That would be good. Let's talk about some makeup now. Okay, I have got an empty. Again, if you're not new to my channel, this is not new to you. I finished this in January, and this is the Bare Minerals Primetime Original Foundation Primer. I've currently got 4 primers now, so I had 5, now I'm down to 4. And my goal is to be down to 2. But I'm getting kind of close with some of them here, so I'm quickly going to show you what's still here. And I'm actually working on all 4 of them active, not right this minute, but all 4 of these are in a project right now. So this one is the Collection Gorgeous Glow Filter Finish. It's a primer and illuminator, but I class it in here. And this is in my plan to pan for this year, as is this one here. And this is the Revolution Ceramide Primer. It's got a different name now, but it looks exactly the same. And then these 2 are in my 2+ years project pan now, because they are older in my collection. There's the Revolution Pore Blur Primer. And then there's also the Trended Up by Redness, which is like a color correcting primer. So both of these, well actually all 4 of these I'm trying to finish. Maybe by the end of the year. I think 2 more though before the end of the year is definitely doable. I'm going to raise that to being down to 2 and therefore moving this category out of this project by my 4-year update. Wow, okay. And that's going to be in November. Moving on, I've got a category rolling out. And that's because I decluttered a bronzer. I was at 2 bronzers with a goal of 1, and now I've just got 1 left. And the one I've got left is this Franken bronzer here, blush bronzer, and this is a mix of Bare Minerals and Sisley. And yeah, it lives in my Build Your Own palette. There you go, I'm working on it. Sort of trying to finish it this year, we'll see. But bronzers are moving out of this project now. The bronzer that I decluttered, Barry M Island Heat Wave, it was a declutter that I had taken on, so I don't feel so bad for moving this category out. I also decluttered a single eyeshadow. I don't think I showed this to you yet, but this was in my 2+ years project pan. It was a chopping block item that I just wanted to try out, and I decided to just declutter it. It's pretty old. It was a declutter that I had taken on Maybelline Color Show Chic Taupe. So this is going to be recycled now that I've shown it to you here, which means I was temporarily down to 1 single eyeshadow in its own component within this category. And this is my MAC in Typography. I've had this for an absolute eternity and I just haven't worked on it. And right now my Pan That palette has got 3 black shadows. So even though I keep saying, oh, I need to roll this into a project, it doesn't quite happen because I'm working on black shadows elsewhere already. But then I also took on this declutter here, and I got this from the lovely Daria, who's here on YouTube. We met up in person, we're both in London. She's so lovely. If you're not following her already, please make sure you subscribe to her channel. She's an amazing panner, does lovely videos. She has 2 cats, sometimes they make a cameo appearance. And yeah, she's just so sweet and so lovely. I really enjoyed hanging out with her, and we did a makeup swap. So this is one of the products, if I could open it, that really tempted me and that I took on. And it just creates such a beautiful shimmer, and I think it's a really nice topper for an eyeshadow. I can't use this yet because I'm currently on day 5 of my 30-day makeup bag challenge. it's not going to come out until, you know, you're seeing this video before you're seeing the intro for that. But just rest assured, I can't play with any of this lovely makeup because I can't put it on my face yet. Still have to get through the challenge first. So I'm back to 2 products in my single eyeshadow category. So these are single eyeshadows in their own component, not the magnetic ones that I can pop into a magnetic palette. My goal is to be at 0. Yeah, it'll be a while, but guess what? I've still got all this perfume to go through, so yeah, that's okay. I've got nail polishes to talk about and eyeshadow palettes. In my last video, I had 42 eyeshadow palettes. I'm down to 35 now. I'm really proud of that, and that's because I passed on palettes, but I've also decluttered them by generally taking out the shadows that I still want to use and wear, repressing them, or by frankening shadows. If you're interested in seeing more about that, I've got a playlist going. I passed on 2 palettes recently, and I also received one from Daria, and that's the Colourpop That's Taupe palette. I've always really wanted this palette, and I've been so curious about the Colourpop formula. I believe this is the new kind of layout with a slightly different pan size, and they're not magnetic anymore. They don't pop out, unfortunately, but still this color story is so pretty to me, and the palettes that I've passed on and frankened are really colorful. I'm just now getting into more neutral colors on my eyes, and I can't wait to actually try this out. And I love how she kept the little sleeve as well. I'm totally gonna hold on to that too. Always been intrigued by this palette, so I'm so grateful that it came into my collection. And I'm still down by 7 palettes. So just so you know, eyeshadow palettes I'm just on a low buy on, so technically I can buy some, but I'm not really interested. Having said that, I'm also on a hard no buy for magnetic palettes right now. I have got 7, which I think is a decent number. And that includes like one homemade one out of the Sisley, you know, the bronzer that I showed you by Sisley. I kept that component. It was a really sturdy, good packaging. Took out the pans, took out the plastic around it, and laid down a sticky magnetic foil. And I'm using that for, yeah, I can fit like 6 shadows in there or face products. Beautiful. So yeah, that's my 7. Hard no buy now. I also am down quite a few nail polishes since my last update. So at my last update I had 37 polishes, including toppers but not base and top coat. I'm now at 28 polishes, which is amazing. I finished 2 polishes by frankening them. This one is Estee Lauder. It's not the right color. And this one I don't even know what brand that would be, but yeah, I managed to do that in March. So these are empties now, and then there are 7 polishes that I passed on and decluttered, and they went to a really good home, so I'm very happy. They're gonna get good use out of them, much better than what I can do with my, for me, still too large collection. But I'm at 28 right now, so I'm down by 9, which is fantastic for me. So I'm on a low buy for nail polish, and I operate on the 5 out, 1 in rule. So my previous goal was to be down to 35. I've obviously now surpassed that, but I haven't brought anything new in either, and I didn't even take on any declutters. So if I choose to, I'm going to allow myself to buy 1 new nail polish. It might be a white polish because I might need it as a base to help other slightly more sheer polishes stand out more. Yeah, so I'm going to allow myself that because I've already reached that -5 of my goal was 35. My new goal is 25 now, but I'm only 3 away from that. So I'm very happy with how everything is going. I really like how all of my polishes now fit into one little box that I've got in my drawer. And finally, because I've now decluttered more, I can fit all of my base and top coats in there as well. And that really makes me so happy because yeah, it's so satisfying to me when everything is consolidated and I no longer have polishes in more than one place. Yeah, okay. I think that's enough from me right now. I'm hoping for more empties next time. I'm hoping for an update much sooner than this last time. Thank you so much for watching all the way until the end. I'd love to hear from you in the comments how you're getting on with your nail buy. What are your most problematic categories, and what are your goals in terms of long term, not just for the end of the year, but your actual end goal in terms of what you would like your collection to be like. Thanks again for watching. I hope you will subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I also hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I'm sending you so much love. Take care. Bye.